What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Simple Minds. And we're going back to their 1986 album, Once Upon a Time. Once again, shout out to all the Simple Mind folks who've come with me on this admittedly a bit odd pairing, a juxtaposition of two albums from different points in their career, and perhaps speaking to different sonic directions, not perhaps, but speaking to different sonic directions and different song styles. So ultimately, it sounds all good to me. I mentioned at the end of the reaction to Twist, Run, Repulsion, that I've just enjoyed the bulk of their catalog, and even though I'm hearing things that are very much divergent with these two different albums, I'm enjoying the quality and composition of both. So in any case, the next tune on the 1986 album Once Upon a Time is I Wish You Were Here. It's a very simple sentiment, I think, felt by most people in life, generally speaking, and I suppose with anomalous exceptions. It seems there are three major possibilities: a split. Was that you, Luca? No, she's still sleeping. Maybe I'm just hearing things. But a split, death, or circumstance, meaning someone who has to leave or live in another place because of work, or, you know, conditions such that they were pushed from their, push or pull factors. Maybe they had to go for a job, but maybe conditions were such that they simply had to go to another place. Obviously, someone could pass away, and you could wish that they were there because all the things you shared, all the places you shared with them, perhaps are imbued or inhabited by those memories. And then again, you could split with someone, you could have a breakup, and they could be gone because they choose not to be there, or because you chose to not be with them. And even then, you could still feel like, man, I wish you were here. And maybe your pride prevents you from reaching out, or maybe now they've turned away and they're not looking to come back. But yeah, I feel like those are the three major possibilities. Let's see if it's any one of those. This is Simple Minds. The tune is I Wish You Were Here from their 1986 album Once Upon a Time.
Footsteps in the hole. I hear footsteps. Seems like I've been through
really tried. It is slow fading, isn't it? It's one heck of a slow fade. I feel like I go start some pasta noodles, come back. Oh, she did wake up. Luca, what are you doing? What do you think? You're just gonna lay down right there. You can hear it's pouring outside. It's raining very heavily again in Southern California. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a great tune. And not like a, you know, I suppose this is partly my inference given some of the comments. I don't think I've ever seen anyone come out and say this. But you know, in some of the comparisons, they sound like a bit like U2, Stadium Rock. It feels like maybe there's an implication, and this is, you know, again, like what I've maybe extrapolated to rather than what someone has said. But that there's maybe not the same originality, not the same creativity, not the same artfulness of composition. And at least, you know, while maybe conceding that it's a different type of artfulness and one that's a bit more on a, like, a path that, you know, is more, I don't know, mainstream for lack of a better word. It certainly still seems very creative and well composed and put together to me, meaning it doesn't sound like it's a cookie cutter track just put out to like fill an album. So again, and no one has said anything like that. Even the people who said they're not huge on this album, I don't think anyone said anything like that. But just as I'm going through it and thinking about the way people may regard it as like, you know, it's just a bit more in the center lane than some of the stuff, certainly compared to Empires and Dance. And even though I understand, Luca's just like sitting at me looking very tired-eyed, just, you know, like she's listening to a lecture, but, you know, it's near the end of her day, and maybe my lecture is a bit dry, so she's just like trying to hang on and like, yes, I'm taking notes, sort of. But again, it still feels very creative and expressive, and the progression, the chronology of the track, I was very compelled by, and I like those moments where it would sort of clean up really quickly, and we get those little emotional sort of piano or like keyboard hits, and then, you know, in the first case he came right back in powerfully, and then in the later iteration it sort of, you know, it hung in the air a little bit longer. But I really do enjoy the composition. You see what just happened, right? Like, I'm literally, you know, 10 seconds away from ending the video, and Luca, having heard her name, presumably assumed that was a welcome invitation to come up and get on my lap, and therefore delay the end of the video. I suppose I could check what the next tune is for the next time we come back to this for both albums. The next tune for this album will be Sanctify Yourself. It sounds like something you say to someone with the, you know, the upward turned V, but perhaps it will be more sincere than that. And then the other tune, or the next time we go back to Empires and Dance, the tune will be Thirsty Frames, or 30, not thirsty. Again, it's an awkward angle that I'm reading at. But yeah, 30 frames a second. So, you know, I believe, what is it? I forget what the standard rate is for like different types, you know, like 35mm film or whatever. I forget what the like standard frame rate for that is, but either way, I think that's like typical for movies, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, I look forward to those. At this point, Luca, sorry, I tried to delay a little bit. Perhaps my warm chair will be a suitable compensation. It seems like maybe that is in fact the case. Yeah, well, we'll see. But either way, big shout out to the Simple Minds people. I'll be back for that tandem, you know, next time around within a couple weeks. And until then, let me know what you think. Peace.